Good morning, everybody. Hope you are staying sane and managing to sleep a little here and there. It's Sunday morning and we just got back from a 2.5-hour hike in the forest, just a few minutes that way, along the Swiss and French border. And I don't know about you, but for us, getting out in nature and moving our bodies has been a total game changer. So today's quick practice is for everyone who's running or hiking or walking to try to manage some of the anxiety and the cabin fever that comes along with this shelter-in-place order. So whether you're a long-time runner or you're just walking a lot for the first time, these are some really simple stretches to do when you get home, and maybe take off your shoes and just hit the floor or hit the mat. You might want to have a strap or anything that's like a strap handy. A kitchen towel can work, pantyhose, an old sock, a shirt, anything you can use to really get your foot, especially if your hamstrings are tight. So have that handy, and then let's start imagining you just have come in from a run. So find your empty space, and then after a run or a long hike, I like to just take a few runner stretches. You can call this Skandasana if you want to be official, using the Sanskrit name for the pose. But you're going to flex the right toes up, the right knee points up as well. Use the left elbow to really help guide that left knee slightly open, and stay here and breathe for as long as you'd like. Let's take one more breath here. And now for your second side, you're just going to walk your hands over as you shift your hips to the opposite side. Flexing the left toes up, the left knee points up, helping to guide your right knee gently open with the right elbow. Breathe. You might be feeling something here. That's good. Just notice it. Keep breathing. Last breath. From here, again, take it back to the left, and this time, spin to the ball of the back foot. So you're in a lunge. Already here, you might be feeling a lot, and that's great. Now, you can stay here if you want. For more, you could really gently lower that back knee, untucking the back toes. And you might want to have a block or anything that's like a block, like some tall books, handy. For lizard, you can come down to your forearms and elbows, just being really aware of how much pressure you're putting on that back knee. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can curl the back toe and lift the back knee. So you're welcome to stay here and breathe. For more, you can lower the knee again, pressing up to your palms so your arms are straight. Notice how I'm tipping my left foot to that knife side edge of the foot. Now you can stay there, or take the left hand inside the left thigh and gently guide it open as you look over your left shoulder. Now your final variation, especially if you have tight quads, will be to bend the back knee, reach back, grab hold of the foot, and maybe start to guide your heel to your hip as you look over that left shoulder. Let's stay here and breathe for 3, 2, very gently, if you're holding the foot, release it. Place your hands on the mat, lift the back knee, spin the back heel down, and walk your hands to the right for the second side. Spinning to the ball of the back foot so you're in a lunge position. Now feel free to stay there. Feel free to bring your block handy, lowering the back knee, untucking the back toes, and then coming down to your forearms and elbows. Maybe stopping right there. To deepen this, you can curl the back toe again and stay there. Or, for that other variation, press up to your palms so your arms are straight. Tip to the knife side edge of the right foot, and maybe just take the right hand inside the right thigh, knowing that that could be your final pose. Final variation, you can bend the back knee as you roll just above the knee. Reach back with the right hand, guiding the heel to the hip, really getting into your quads. Keeping your face soft, breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Very gently release the back foot. Place your hands on the mat, curl the back toe, and walk your hands between your feet. Turning your toes narrow and your heels wide. Hands on the mat under your face. Inhale, look forward to lengthen, and then exhale, deepen your fold. And here, especially if you're a marathon runner, you might have tight hamstrings, so you can always put your hands on a block under your face. Beginning to roll your weight slightly forward. Even as you roll your shoulders back and down from your ears, really engage your quads here so that your hamstrings can safely stretch. Last two. From here, lift your head, keep everything as it is, and just take both hands to your left ankle. Bringing your face as close to your left shin as it's going to let you today. Resisting the urge to pop the left hip up. You want those hips to stay fairly square. Breathing here, last two. Second side, sweep your hands to the right, taking both ankles around, or both hands around the right ankle. Again, resisting the urge to pop the right hip up, keeping the hips level as you continue to roll your weight slightly forward. Last two. Lift your head, walk your hands back to the center of the mat. Inhale, look forward, and then make your way to downward facing dog. This is the only down dog of our practice today. A great opportunity to find a stretch in your hamstrings and your Achilles and your calves. Knowing that if you do have tight hamstrings, you can always bend your knees here, and that it's totally fine if your heels don't touch. Last two. From dog, come down to all fours, and then sit on your heels for hero pose. If your knees are tight from running, this is a great pose. It might also be totally excruciating. So if that's the case, feel free to grab your block or whatever you have. Sit on the block to take pressure off your ankles and your knees. Now, if your knees are willing to go a little further, you can lift your hips. Place your hips on the floor between your heels. And then check in with your knees, making sure the knees continue to press down and guide together. Hands on your thighs, gazing straight ahead. We're going to stay here for a while just because oftentimes when you're doing a lot of running and hiking, you really start to feel it in your knees. You can think of it as a meditation pose, just noticing whatever sensations come up, whether they are miserable or joyful, and kind of surfing the waves. Knowing that every feeling, every thought will always arise, stay for a few breaths, and then pass away. Hands on your thighs. Last two. Final breath. From here, look forward, plant your hands, step back, I lied. We'll do one more dog. Just pedal it out a little bit if you want. And now, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump through to your seat for Jani Sirshasana. From here, guide your left knee in, let it fall open, so your foot is roughly in tree pose. You might want to have your strap handy so that you can hook your foot. From here, inhale, arms up. Take a little micro twist of your chest to the right because you're going to fold directly over the leg. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale to lift to lengthen, and then exhale, deepen your fold. 5 breaths here. Maybe using your strap to hook your foot. Maybe taking a little micro bend at the knee. Offering yourself plenty of grace if your hamstrings are tight or if this is really intense. Think about your forehead really growing past your big toes. And take 3 last breaths. Lift your head, arms reach forward, come all the way up. Exhale, palms through prayer, release. Guide that left knee up. Pick up the left foot, place it outside the right thigh. Let's just take a simple twist. Placing your left hand behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and then exhale, twist as you look over your left shoulder. Breathing here for 5. 3, 2, from here, inhale, look forward. Sweep your hands all the way to the right for a little simple twist. Inhale back to center, shake your legs out a little bit. Second side, drawing the right knee in, let the knee fall open. Inhale, arms up, maybe with your strap in hand, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift to lengthen, and then exhale, deepen your fold. 5 breaths here. Again, picturing your forehead reaching past your big toes. Lift your head, arms reach forward, come all the way up, inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms through prayer, release. Guide the right knee in, and again, pick up the foot, place it outside the thigh, taking a simple twist, right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, twist, as you look over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Last 3. 2. From here, inhale, look to center. Sweep your hands all the way to the left, finding a little counter twist. Inhaling back to center, extend your legs out long. And this time, draw your left knee in, and then open it up wide. You can think of this as like a hurdler pose. From here, first of all, if it doesn't feel okay on your knees, sit on a block, take some pressure off. From here, place your hands on the mat in front of your body. Make sure your right toes and right knee continue to point up. Inhale, and then use the exhale to walk your hands out long. Now, you may not go very far. Know that if that's the case, you're in really good company. This is a perfect stretch to do while you're watching TV. If you can come, just hit the floor, stay for 10 breaths. Do it every day. You're going to see major progress. It's another one of those stretches that when I teach it in a yoga class, I kind of wish I had a cartoon bubble over everybody's head because I can really feel and see how hard everybody is on themselves. So think of this pose in particular, especially if you're a runner with tight hamstrings and a tight groin. Think of this as an opportunity to practice offering yourself some compassion, to really be in this yoga pose without judging it, without wishing your body were otherwise, but instead meeting it with kindness. Last breath. From here, lift your head, walk your hands in towards your body. Take your arms wide like you're in Warrior 2. Inhale, and then use the exhale to find your side stretch. This is a variation of Parivrtta Janusirshasana. And you can land your right elbow on the mat if you want. You can grab your big toe. You can look up toward that left elbow and really continue to press the left hip down. Now, if you're a little more flexible and you want to go further, you can lower your right shoulder. Look up to the left elbow, bringing your right hand to the top of the left hip. and grab the right foot. Continuing to drive your left heel down. Last two. Did I say heel? I meant hip. Final breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Nice work. Guide your knees in. Let's take the second side. So extend the left leg long. Open the right knee up, maybe sitting on a block. Placing your hands on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, start to walk your hands out long. Stopping when your body tells you it's time to stop. You know, a lot of people come to a yoga class and try to prove something to themselves or think of it kind of as a competition. It's natural, we all do it. So think of a pose like this as an opportunity to let go of that idea that you have to do anything perfectly. And as one more chance to practice just meeting yourself where you are, as you are. And reframing it. Instead of thinking, oh my God, this is so tight, I'm gonna die, I'm the worst yogi ever. Think, holy shit, isn't it amazing that my body can breathe without me having to tell it to do so? And I can run. And I can go for a walk on a beautiful Sunday morning in April and be reminded that I am alive in an ecosystem thriving with birds and owls and worms and horses and beetles. So much of surviving this surreal experience, I think, is learning to look to that good, especially when things are ever more uncertain and devastating and sobering. Last breath. Lift your head, lock your hands in toward your body. Again, stay here, taking your wide warrior two arms. Inhale, exhale, take the left fingers to the left toes. Reaching the right arm at a diagonal. Maybe the left forearm lands on the mat, maybe not, don't worry if it doesn't. Continue to guide that right hip down. And maybe to go further, bring the left hand to the right hip. Right fingers can grab the left heel. Looking up towards your right elbow. For Parivrita, Jani Sirshasana. Breathing here for 3. From here, inhale, come all the way up. Guide your knees in, leaning back. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Thumbs in your arches. Inhale, tall spine, lift, and then exhale, fold forward. Close your eyes if you want, Baddha Konasana. Breathing here for 5. 3. 2. Lift your head, inhale, come all the way up. Hands outside your thighs, guide your knees together. We're gonna take one more nice hip opener. So roll onto your back, placing your feet hip distance. Take the left foot and keep it down. Take your right ankle, place it on top of the left thigh so the right knee falls open. Reach your right hand through your legs, lacing fingers either on top of the shin or behind the hamstring. And then really flex your feet in a dorsal flexion to protect your knees. Inhale here. And then use the exhale to guide the left knee in close to your body. Maybe close your eyes. Again, just thinking of this as a meditation pose. You can even think to yourself as you inhale, let. As you exhale, go. Again, inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Carefully release. Second side. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Take that left hand, reach it between your legs. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the knee in close. Flexing your feet. Face and jaw relaxed. Breathing, inhale. Stay with it, exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Carefully release. Hug both knees into your chest. Gently rocking up to your seat. Coming to any comfortable cross-legged position. Drop in here. Give yourself credit for getting out, getting some fresh air, moving your body and staying with it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.